Hi there, I'm Ivana. I'm doing my project on the Kilauea lava flow from 1983 till the present. So, a quick introduction. Kilauea volcano is located here on the Big Island. It's a relatively flat volcano, I think, because I've always wondered where is the summit. You can't really see it unless you're in the Volcanoes National Park. But Kilauea means spewing or much spreading in reference to the lava. It's the youngest and most active volcano. Kilauea has a large summit caldera with a central crater. It's called Halema'uma'u. Kilauea is nearly constantly erupting from vents either on its summit or on the rift zones. It's the most long-lived eruptions known on Earth, which started in 1983 on the eastern rift zone and has mainly been concentrated at the Pu'uo'o vent. This right here is Mauna Loa. This is Mauna Kea. This is Kilauea or Halema'uma'u. This is the magma reservoir, and here is the channel that brings it to Pu'uo'o. This is a dormant lava tube, but this is where lava comes out and rises and gets pushed to the top. And here is where you can see the lava flowing to the ocean. So the underlying physical process involved is what happens is lava gets pushed to the surface along a series of cracks, and the lava advances downslope away from their source vents in lava channels and lava tubes as seen in the other picture. Most of the time the eruption was centered at Pu'uo'o, but sometimes it was centered at shucks, I forgot its name. I'll get back to you. The eruption had monthly episodes of fountaining, and the lava fountains had reached 1,540 feet. That's amazing. Fissure eruptions are common. Kilauea's eruptions are the calmest of all eruption types. The eruptions are characterized by the effusive emissions of highly fluid basalt lavas with low gas contents. The relative volume of ejected pyroclastic material is less than all other eruption types, and Hawaiian eruptions are steady lava fountaining and the production of thin lava flows that eventually build up into large, broad shield volcanoes. The eruptions are also common in central vents near the summit of the shield volcanoes and along fissures radiating outward from the summit area. Here is again another picture that um, scientists think that the lake in Halemaumau crater is like no place on Earth because the lava is as dense as water, and the lake level rises and falls by the minute, the hour, and the month. And that's how scientists they use the lake to forecast eruptions. This is a picture showing the fountain or an example of the lava fountaining. So how are different groups of people more affected? Hawaiians are affected because of archaeological sites they got destroyed, such as heiaus. Residents in Puna were affected. More than 181 people, their homes were destroyed. The Big Island at large is affected. Students, like my daughter, she goes to Keonipoko Elementary School right now, and um, there's talk about, some students in a certain boundary will go to Kiao, and some students in a certain boundary will go to Waikea. Right now, it's still unsure what's going to happen if the lava flow hits Highway 130. And so students are affected. Farmers are affected because of their livestock. They have to move their livestock. Business owners are affected. Tourists are affected. They want to come and see places like Queen's Bath, which no longer exists. The economy. This is an old statistic, but $61 million in losses is what was calculated. People's health are affected because of the fog, and there was one death directly attributed to the eruption and eight others that were indirectly related. So, for 5 years, it was Kupainaha. That was the term I was looking for. It moved downslope and it sent flows to the ocean. From 1986 to 1990, the lava wiped out communities of Kalapana, Royal Gardens, and Kapa'ahu. Kalapana was buried under 50 to 80 feet of lava. During this time, places like Kaimu, Harry K. Brown Park, Mauna Kea Congressional Church, Wahaula Visitor Center, Kalapana Drive-In, Chain of Craters Road, Queensbat, they're all covered in lava. And so in 2008, the lava flow reached Kalapana Gardens subdivision, destroying three more homes. And in 2012, the last person in Royal Gardens subdivision was forced out by fresh lava. This is a picture of Harry K. Brown Brown Park. This is Kaimu Beach, Black Sand Beach. This is the old Chain of Crater Road. This is the Kalapana store and drive-in, no longer exists. None of these spaces exist. This is the old Queen's Bath before picture and after picture, or in between picture. So, how did planning and management strategies either dampen the effects of disaster or make them worse? Engineering of lava flow diversion started with unsuccessful wall building in the Pupuao area of Hilo. It was to control the Mauna Loa flow in 81, and also later to control the Puna Kilauea flows in 1955 and 1960. But as stated, unsuccessful wall building doesn't work. Aerial bombing was tried on Mauna Loa in 1942 and 1935, and this also didn't work. It's debatable. Some people will say, yeah, it did, and some people would say no. Um, Water quenching also was tried and unsuccessful in 1989. Um, Sometimes when you do these type of things, you don't know what the effects will be when you do it. It's kind of just going with the flow. Um, So strategically placed barriers on sloping ground could theoretically deflect lava flows from highly developed areas into less developed areas. And water quenching could theoretically freeze an advancing flow front and deflect the molten portion behind it into another path. Explosives could theoretically be used to breach established lava tubes, channels, or vent walls to deflect lava into different paths and rob the threatening flow of its supply. But cultural concerns are also important in Hawaii. Many Hawaiians are disturbed by the bombing of Mauna Loa flows in 1935 and 1942, and by inevitable discussions on the use of bombs for any diversion effect. Hawaiians believe that the practice is offensive to Pele and the Hawaiian volcano deity. Um, any hazard mitigation effort must be looked at in terms of its total cultural, social, and economic impact. Scientists at the Hawaii Volcano National Observatory can advise on many of the technical aspects of volcanic or earthquake hazard mitigation, but essentially the decisions on which course of action to take rest with officials of the county and state. This is a picture of MK-84 bombs that was used in the Mauna Loa in 1942. This is also pictures of them dropping bombs. This is not in Hawaii, but this is just an image showing water quenching. So, what has been learned from this disaster that can help communities prepare for future disasters? First of all, don't build on an active volcano. Diversion doesn't always work and can sometimes make things worse. Be sensitive and aware of cultural concerns. Conditions are unpredictable and we need to be patient with officials. And take warnings seriously, evacuate early, and the community can be proactive and start to think of how we can collectively help each other. So it's just a picture of Pele. So quick recap. Kilauea is the youngest and most active volcano. The way it works is that Kilauea has a magma reservoir. The lava then moves through the reservoir, through lava channels and lava tubes. Lava gets pushed to the surface along a series of cracks. It can come out in fountains or fissures or slow flow. At least 184 houses have been destroyed by the continuous flow, beginning in 1983 until now. Kaimu Village, Kapa'ahu, Royal Garden Subdivision, beach, parks, roads, and other cool places are destroyed. And diversions were attempted, like the use of bombing, water quenching, and wall building, but it's not always successful. And cultural, social, and economic factors need to be considered. Um, that's about it. Thank you.